Hello, everybody. Just to inform you now, this is not a political review. I'm not doing any political stuff with this review whatsoever. Whatever Ben Lawson is doing, whatever the Marvel fan is doing, had nothing to do with this review whatsoever. Okay? Whatever opinion you have, it is your opinion and no one else. And that said and done, let's start the review. Howdy, y'all. I'm Woody. And this was with my Marvel shirt on and my favorite superhero Spider-Man hat on. You know what this means? We're reviewing a Marvel movie. And today the latest new Marvel movie is Captain Marvel. The movie about the Captain Marvel character, Carol Danvers, what known to the Kree as Free, is one of the soldiers of the Kree Empire, and up to the Kree to not just wipe out all about the Skrull. So during some battle between some kind of ambush with the Skrulls, she wind up on Earth, not any Earth in 1990s. If you've seen the trailer, she landed in a Blockbusters. Blockbuster ended about like early 2000, if you remember wise. And those who remember Blockbuster, it's a place you rent a video store. I'm one of the few who are lucky enough to rent it to the actual video store. That was the good old days from the 90s. And we continue on. She ran up against one of the Samuel L. Jackson, who play Nick Fury, and is during the time with S.H.I.E.L.D. a little bit close to not highly technological, but semi. Look at like a secret spy agent more and more. Well, as we progress on this silly fantasy, the Nick Fury trying to figure out is Carol Lander a bad guy or the good guy? Carol Lander land on Earth trying to figure out who she was on Earth, because according to her memory would wipe clean and have some real amnesia effect, that she forgot everything about her, who she was, or where she used to live. And up to the final, at the same time, they're trying to save her friend, who developed some kind of super hyperspace technology that the Kree was looking for to use to destroy the Skrull. And let's see. And Nick Fury is going out of it, trying to make sure she doesn't go out of her way to going blasting anything possible, because the Skrull can hide. It can see the Skrull can shapeshift. Well, not shapeshift. More like take an image from any individual, so that way he won't transform into like a filing cabinet or a cat. The cat. The cat does have a purpose in this movie, but only very small moment. Very small. Not so hype what the movie and all about it is doing. Just very small thing. And he have some weird gross thing at the end of the credits. You've probably seen it, or probably not on Twitter or something. But nevertheless. At the end of the credits, they did see the little, they say that Captain Marvel is going to be in the Avenger Endgame. Who knows? She probably could just punch Thanos and Thanos just punch her to the ground. I don't know. That'd be fun to see. Other than that, now let's talk about the good thing about Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, the CGI special effect was good. Was amazingly good. You can tell by how many years have passed since the very first Marvel film, like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, or we go by the cinematic universe to the Iron Man up to Captain Marvel. The special effect, well done. You see the big history about how the special effect and CGI special effect got even better and better. The Skrull, how they transformed from a human to to a scroll, it really well done, and 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 the ship, the special effect, the blaster special effects, it really is. And even the blaster from Captain Marvel hand was just firing her cosmic blast, and her hair starts to glow, starts to swerve around. It's really is well done. Disney is doing really good with their special effect. Now good to get one of the actress, Samuel L. Jackson. He did pretty good. He really done. And about the special effect, to continue on, a lot of the special effect used to de-age a person, almost the same way how they did how they shrunk the body of Captain America, the first Avengers, how they keep the body shrunken before they give Steve Rogers the super soldier, like a steroid buff version of himself. That's how far we got from. We got from a shrunken body to a well done young face. CG computer there going a long way. Right? Actually, my favorite point of the Captain Marvel was the very beginning when he introduced the Marvel logo. And what they did, they put a strong tribute to Stan Lee. They show what all the little cameos Stan Lee had done up to the point, and made everything build out to a huge Stan Lee sign and say thank you, Stan Lee. That was my automated favorite moment of the Captain Marvel. A huge tribute to Stan Lee. I will applaud to that. Next good thing. Goose the cat. He was okay. He does have some purpose. He does have some purpose. He's not technically a cat, what I noticed, but he was there. He pretty much wasn't bad. It's just there. Just a cat. I'm not against cat in movies. He's just a cat. That's all. Cute, but just a cat. No one want to hear me say it, but so look, the bad thing about Captain Marvel. 1. Is remembering flashback. This played out forcefully. It played out forcefully to get the character to remember she was from Earth, trying to wake up her from her amnesia. But it does put the story in good play, but it felt like rushing it at time. Compared to such movies like other Marvel movies, like the X-Men, Wolverine, that his memory would jog a bit, and he slowly started to remember who he was before his memory was wiped clean with the amnesia bullet was shot to the head. And other movies like RoboCop, who the police officers were transformed into RoboCop, his memory was wiped clean, but slowly his memory starts to come back. It's to question himself, is he really what he is, or was he someone else? That is well done trying to remember. And way how they play this out in Captain Marvel, for the character Captain Marvel, who have amnesia, slowly forcing trying to remember who she was, it felt forced. It felt forced story play. It felt like it. Okay, we get to know her character. Like she was a little girl. She wasn't treated with respect. She was rough enough. She was rough. She tried to be. She made mistakes. She rough enough. The parent tried to help her, try to protect her, but she doesn't want to be protected. She wanted to be outgoing. Okay, that's fine. What else? The second bad thing is the character and the actor. I think the actress is really bad. One is Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel, played by Brie Larson. Wow, Brie Larson can really hate it nowadays. Brie Larson. She was definitely, maybe she was a good actress in some of the movies she was in before Marvels. But she given such a wooden performance in Captain Marvel. She would try to play out at being such a cutie little character throughout the whole movie. And it is tiresome to watch. She's trying to be so cute and say, oh, I know you're trying, but I can do it better. Not to say that she's doing it either like a sexual thing. I'm not saying that that's what she's shown. Say she wanted to be. She says, "I know what you are doing, but I can do way better what you're doing." Kind of like a self-informed attitude. And a lot of time her character relationship is just in character, other than Nick Fury, like her friend Rambo and her other co-worker from the Kree. Doesn't I don't feel the relationship. I feel that she's there for a job, like a friend for work, and nothing more. She doesn't have like a best friend. She does have supposed to have a best friend as Rambo character, which by the way, nice name by the way, kind of cute for having a Rambo in a '90s movie. But other than that, I felt so uncomfortable with her all the time. She felt so wooden, very wooden, and I think that Brie Larson could have done a little more and the character. But I don't think this is important. But even though the movie itself, the whole movie, supposed to take place in the '90s, you know, with Blockbuster, you see the old movies like Hook. She shot a blast head off from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's a Game Boy and phone booth and jukebox and old computer, the internet soft. That there were no iPods, just a regular news map. That's a little thing here and there, but. It's a little 90s pop song, girl power, that old stuff. It doesn't really feel like the 90s. It felt something, but it just felt so bland. It felt bland. It doesn't feel like the 90s. It doesn't feel like it at all. It's like someone was trying to make it look like the 90s, but clearly isn't. Just feel like it's there and that's it. Trying to make it clear that, oh wait, the '90s for the Avengers and Howard Stark, he died during the early to mid '80s because Bucky killed him, and that's how he lost the crystal big giant tesseract. I don't know. A lot of things wasn't explained well. I know the movie was trying to weave it in. Their connection between the other Marvel Avengers, like the name Avengers, and what else? How they got the Tesseract for the second time? How did they lost the Tesseract for the first time? How do you lose that? And how Nick Fury know there are other creature outside space? I don't know. There's a lot of plot hole in this movie that clearly wasn't shown correctly. That's my opinion. Overall, what do I think about the movie in general? I think the movie was okay. Not great, but the effect was great. And Samuel L. Jackson and the Kree was amazing. And some of the fight scenes were pretty good, but doesn't really hold well in compared to other Marvel movies like Iron Man or Thor or Captain America or even the Spider-Man Homecoming was better in comparison to this. Just being straight honest. Overall, it was an okay film. Not bad compared to the Ghostbusters 2016. That was a piece of garbage. That was stupid. This was okay. For our first cinematic universe female hero movie, this was okay. It's not as bad as I said it is, but it does have some feminine idea, but nothing too serious about it. Just a little bit here and there. Other than that, it's an okay movie. Thank you for watching my video, and stay tuned for my next video when we're reviewing Marvel The Avengers Endgame with Captain Marvel. Bye.